Hello everyone, my name is Preeti Gupta and today we'll discuss about another series, another tutorials and another topic also. So let us start. I'm sharing my screen. Okay, wait for a second. So in the previous tutorials, we will discuss about we will implement on some XMLs, right? And we discussed about some configurations and Spring containers and how to create object using Spring containers, how to get the data. We will discuss about their working also, right? So today we will discuss about life cycles like bean life cycles myth. Okay, and we already done this, and today we will discuss about dependency injections. Okay, so before discuss about dependency injections, we will discuss about design patterns. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so before we learn dependency injections, it's important to understand the concept of design patterns. Design patterns is what? So design pattern is a pre-tested provision blueprint that helps us solve common problems in software developments. Okay, they are not a actual code, but a standard solution used to experienced developers to write better, cleaner, and more organized programs. There's a flowing design patterns also, famous design patterns. Some was a developer can save times, write code easy to understand, and maintains about common mistake in software designs. So this is the basic discussion about design patterns. Let's move to the some common design patterns sales like signature patterns means we already one video we already did in design patterns. If you I will deeply explain on that tutorial. So please get on that and so common design pattern is what? Singleton pattern means ensure only one instance of a class exists. Factory method pattern helps create object without specify the exact classes. DAO means data access. Object patterns means separate data class access logic. MBC model we control separate application into layers like UI logic and data. Except okay. So these are the design patterns, and there are some popular design patterns are there. So dependency is a what? Dependency is a kinds of also a design pattern. Okay, it is used to reduce tight coupling between classes and to help to write clean and flexible and textable code. So dependency is a design patterns that helps to inject one object into another instead of creating it directly. Means what? One object just a minute, I uses some test. No, yeah. So I create a classes like class a student, and inside there wait, I uses another. Yeah. So basically, they said that like one object inject to another. Okay, how can do? Like let's create a class name is a student, and I use in what a string. I use some field like a string names and a string address. Okay, so address is very long, right? So we create one like another like. Okay, so we create a address object also, like their address is address, and inside address some pin code. Okay, and permanent ward number, right? So these are the included in addresses, right? So there are so many properties, but we can create in two ways, two objects, right? Two classes. So we can inject on that form, right? Um, address, address. Okay, like that. So we can say that. Okay, I go some safe. Yeah, yeah. So these are the student class, right? This is the student class, and one more. Wait, where is my save? Okay, yeah. This is the address. These are the addresses. Okay, and something we can inject. So they are inject on this way. Okay, okay. I'm sorry. Let's. Okay, I uses some another way. So other address inject on this student class. So this is the meaning of that. Like it means design parameter helps to inject one object to another. Like these are the one object. This is the one object. This is another object. This name is address. This name is a student. And one object inject with another object means address inject with the this name. So these are the injected. Okay. Have you got this lines? Yeah. Let's move to the another things. So if you don't use dependency injection, so we will create write code like tightly coupled. मतलब one's class is directly depend on another. Okay, harded code means you put object creation or fix object inside your class manually. Means tightly coupled classes means what? So so in directly coupled classes are the classes. One class directly depend on another conscript class. That means if you change one class, we must change to other two. Okay. So these are the typically couple and twisting and maintaining code become difficult. Like this is the example I can explain on that. Like class name is engines and inside we created a start method and inside some we can display some output like engine. Oh, sorry, engines. Yeah, engine started. Okay, and we create another class which name is car, and we fill some like engine. We insert their classes like we use in some private. Okay, and we call their classes name. So they are the tactically coupled. If you change on this like this code, like if you change this code, if you inject something else, then they both are changes. Like both are changing occurs. Okay. So if you change one class, you must change another two. So that's why they are the tightly coupled. Okay. So hard coding means what? Hard coding means writing fixed value or object creation logic directly your class instead of making it flexible. Means this is the example like a calculator and we insert some add functions and upper in we initialize a is equal to 5, b is equal to 10 and we just result is equal to a plus b return result. So these two are what? These two are hard coded, not a dynamic way, right? So So hard coding means the writing fixed value, like we can fix their values, right? Or object, and we directly return their result. So this is the main disadvantage of what? Dependency. If you don't use, so these are the problem we can face now. Okay. Yeah. So using dependency, we don't create an object manually. Instead, like Spring provides the object dependency on the class, so no hard coding, no type coupling, easily to test and change also. And very important, loosely coupled classes. Like without dependency, we can see that like public class, we can create a student, we create a object. So this is the type coupling. Like we create object, but without dependency, we just use some annotation like auto wired, and we inject their object. We inject their particular class object. Okay. So just yeah. So this is the particular class object. Okay. So in loosely coupled classes means what? Class depend on an interface or abstraction, not a concrete class. That means we can change implementation without touching the dependent in class. Like in before, like if you change one class, we can change in another two. Okay, but this time loosely coupled class means what? If you change one class, without touching the dependent. If you depend on another class, without touching these classes also. The code become more flexible, testable, and maintainable also. Example of this, like we create some interface, name is engines, and we create one object. Okay, and public class, and we create implement their engine class, and we override them where classes start over implement them their values, and we display some messages. Inside this, we create another implement class elect engine, implement the engines, and we implement same classes like same method. Okay, and we do not create private, we inject their object, and without creating any object, we just like constructor injection, dependency injection, this that injects reference to their inject value, and we call their method. Simple. So this is the example is what? Loosely coupled classes. Okay. So there are the two ways to achieve dependency injection in a Spring. Like in a Spring framework, we can achieve dependency in two ways. What is this? First one is constructor dependency injections. In this method, the required object is passed to the class constructor. Like it ensures the object dependency is available. Oh, so sorry. Is available at the time of the object creations. This is the advantage of this, like ensure required dependencies never null, like good for mandatory dependency, like we can create some component and uses why we need component. We already discussed about this, right? And we can create a object using auto wire. Okay, and we have component, we can just inject their values with inject values. Okay, that's why we create a component. Okay. Yeah. So second ways is what? Setter method dependency injection. In this method, dependency is passed to the setter method after the object is created. Some advantages also, they are good for optional dependencies and more flexible and readable. And their examples also like same. Okay. So that's all today. Oh, just a minute. Yeah, that's all for today, and tomorrow we'll discuss about there are various ways to inject or dependency injections. Okay, so tomorrow we will discuss. Tomorrow is very also important topic. We'll do some implement on that. So that's all, and keep learning, keep motivating, and if you have any query regarding this, and if you have any query in the previous tutorials, please let me know, and please comment on chat box also, and I will try to solve your each and every query. That's all. Bye bye. Take care. Have a good day.